when we enter spiritual sadhana, we also always talk about closing the senses, that you withdraw from the senses. We say that our senses create trouble for us. That's why we close our eyes. So, because most people understand things through the eyes. We need to see things, and so there are these basically three categories of people. Visual people, auditory people, and kinesthetic people. Visual people perceive things through the visuals. When they see things, they need to see things. And auditory people understand things through sound. And kinesthetic people, they understand things or perceive things through feelings. Now, how do we find what we are? All you need to do is to, recount to somebody your experience of going somewhere. Let us say in the last month you went to Kashi or some place wherever you went. Now, in 2-3 sentences, you should recount your experience of that particular place to a friend, or you can write it down. So if you are a visual person, you will say that place was so beautiful, or it was very dirty. Something you will come out and say. You will describe the place through your visual inputs. And if you are an auditory person, same place, you will say there was so much noise. There was the sound of the breeze was nice, or the way the river was moving. There was so much sound in the movement of water. Like, you will always talk in terms of something to do with sound. And if you are a kinesthetic person, you will say, "Oh, I enjoyed my company." You are talking about the place you went, but you will say, "I enjoyed the company of my family, my friends." You'll talk about feelings, about people around. So the point is, we most of us receive in these three ways. That is why at some level, at the end of the meditation, people say, "I didn't see anything in meditation. I had a good meditation, but I didn't see anything." Some people say, "I didn't feel anything." So you may not see anything because you may not be a visual person, but the impact of meditation is happening. That is why many of us feel nice to go into meditation after Om chanting, because when you chant Om, it is sound, and it creates a certain vibration which creates a feeling within. Kinesthetic feeling comes, auditory feeling comes, and when you are deep in your Om sadhana, visuals also comes. So when we go into Om chanting and then we sit quietly for meditation, it becomes easier for us to move deeper, because we say senses affects us, but so we close the 5 outer senses, but without opening the 5 inner senses, we cannot go beyond the mind. We say close your eyes and observe your breath. How do you observe your breath? You have to use your eye again, but not the open eye, right? You see something there. So maybe next time when you sit, you see if you can hear the sound of the breath. The breath is moving in, breath is moving out. See if maybe you are an auditory person, or maybe it is a feeling, how it touches the surface of the nostrils as it moves in, moves out. There could be a certain feeling that comes with it. So try these 5 inner senses. Which one, when you focus on, when you activate which one makes you feel more connected to yourself. So we are not advocating that you activate your inner senses and go there. What will happen is, after some time you will let go of that also. Okay? These are steps. We close the 5 outer senses to go deeper, and then we activate our 5 inner senses, and which will help us to move into a state of awareness. So to help us go into that is when we stop the Om chanting and we start observing the breath. The observation is one step before moving into awareness. We are just observing, we are just watching, and there is no thinking process there. You are just watching how it moves in and out. So be conscious of all this when you sit for your sadhana meditation. When you start observing, it will take you to a state of awareness. And when you go into a deeper and deeper states, as you practice more and more, awareness will give way to knowingness. Automatically, you'll move into a space which is beyond the mind. But for you to go beyond the mind, you have to go beyond the senses. And senses are two, outer, inner. This is the root. So when we are a little aware of these things as a practice, instead of sitting unconsciously, closing eyes and observing the breath, and after 1 hour saying, I did 1 hour meditation, that also will help definitely. But if you are a little aware, then you will be able to sense, you will be able to measure where you lack.